Hey, welcome back to another episode of Baxter's Buzz. I am your host, Baxter E. Hall. Hope everyone is doing well. And when you receive this message, when you check this out, that your day or night is going fantastically well. First of all, I want to just shout out everyone who's been super supportive as I've kind of started this new journey. There's a lot of cool things that ideas that I think are cool, that I want to roll out, and I appreciate the support. And please like the videos, subscribe, and share. If there's something that you think other people would dig a little bit, please share as we try to grow this audience and see what we can do. The song of the day is called Optimistic. It's by Sounds of Blackness. They were sort of an inspirational uh, choir that was signed to a record label. And I always forget the name of the song because, when I was looking for it this morning or even last night, I'm like, as long as long as you keep your head to the sky. Like, I didn't know the name of the song, and I'm like, oh, that's right. It's called Optimistic. It ain't called As Long As You Keep Your Head to the Sky. Probably a better, more tidy title. Anyway, the point is, it really starts with some, really strong lyrics. Um, when in the midst of sorrow, you can't see up when looking down. A brighter day tomorrow will bring. It almost sounds like um, poetry when you read it that way, almost like a verse in the Bible. It's tough to see up when things aren't looking up, when you're looking down, right? In the midst of the sorrow, sort of a cloud that you may feel that may be hanging over you. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, with anxiety and depression and a number of other mental illnesses. And a lot of this stuff is new to folks because of what's going on right now, with the pandemic. People are losing their jobs. People are getting their hours cut, being furloughed, and then also the folks that are still working. Many of us are still uneasy about what the future may bring, and that brings a lot of angst, right? Couple that with parents trying to share uh, technology with their children, bandwidth on the internet, um, and trying to teach and then figure out their job situation. It's a lot to handle. So just want to shout out everybody that's dealing with any sort of anxiety, depression, any worries. It's tough right now. I've actually had a number of conversations this week, with people that are just sort of unsure of what's next for them. Um, those conversations aren't uncommon, but I feel like there were a few more this week than normal. I think a lot of people are just looking for direction, right? Trying to figure out what's next and what that looks like, what the future looks like for them. It's not always a simple choice of like a bad choice versus a good choice. Many times there are two or three choices or paths that people are considering and just not sure which one makes the most sense, or sort of what may, you know, um, reap the most benefits, because it's so much uncertainty. And so people are looking at, you know, getting more education, getting more certifications, you know, changing up their, their hustle, so to speak, and diving into different industries, getting second jobs, going into business for themselves. There's a lot of opportunity and there's a lot of uncertainty that comes with that. So there are people that have kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and have really started to step out and do some things that they've been wanting to do. And there's some people that want to, but it's still scary, right? There's their responsibilities that they have financially. They may have families that they need to take care of, and it's all work. One of the things that I'm reminded of constantly is because I tell my 7-year old constantly is that nothing happens by just happenstance. So where you just there's no magic trick. You just got to put in the work, right? You put in the work, you get the repetition, you try things, you fail, you try again, you fail, and you just you work things out as you go. Um, sometimes things seem to fall in place, and then other times it feels like there's nothing that is in place, and that everything is displaced. And so are your thoughts. So back to the optimistic song or just that outlook. Sometimes we have to have faith in God, of course, and faith in the work that we're doing, the seeds that we're planting. That we may not see the fruit of that labor yet, but that doesn't mean that those things aren't happening behind the scenes, and that we will eventually sort of reap the rewards. The most important thing is just to continue to put one foot in front of the other, and it's not always easy because we want to see results. We want to see results. We want to make sure that that there's some sort of confirmation that we are going in the right direction. We don't always get that, right? And many times when we step out and do things differently than we have, and we start a new routine, that's when a lot of challenges start to arise. The way I've always looked at it is the tougher the struggles are, we can look at that two ways. We can look at that as something that um, it these challenges are happening because maybe this is a sign that this isn't the right path. But there's another way to look at those things, and sometimes it's because those challenges are happening because there's so much cool stuff right past this sort of impediment, right past this roadblock. There's some really dope stuff in store for you. You just have to sort of keep pushing to see it. And there's no right or wrong. Sometimes you think there's something good in it. There isn't. But many times, just continuing to sort of keep your head to the sky and continue to push forward, there will be better days ahead. I really believe that, and I hope that um, the people that are dealing with this, seek help. If you know of folks that may be dealing with any sort of depression, or people that your strong friends, right, who do, don't always who never ask for anything, who always seem to have it together. Check on them. Check on your folks with young kids. Check on your folks with old kids. Check on your folks, period, who are living alone, who are trying to figure this thing out, because it's not easy. And support and community and your circle is so important. So that's really all that I have to say. I want to make sure that we continue to look out for one another, advocate for one another, and check on one another. Peace.